Comfort and luxury at its best. Now they do have a number of services that you should go and check out with friends and family, including a gym, a spa, a swimming pool, and a fully fledged kitchen with different kinds of meals, cuisines, and continental dishes. They also have accommodation where you can sleep in with your friends and family and enjoy some time away from home, because you do work for it. So eat some money and enjoy your life. We are here once again to talk about issues that matter to us as a country, as a nation, but also as a city in Kampala. And of course, we always do it every single day, from Monday to Friday, here on Issues at Hand. Of course, we are glad that today is a day where the police force in Uganda comes to shed a light on some of the issues, security, and of course, the narrative, how the narrative is being directed out there in their world, and also protecting citizens and civilians against any form of attacks, but also any kinds of misunderstandings between families. We do have domestic violence on the rise at the moment. We do have teenage pregnancies getting out of hand, defilement, and all those sexual abuse and child abuse issues that they are dealing with, but also security at large, trying to counter crime and make sure that gangs, criminal gangs, are held accountable for their actions in and around Uganda, but especially Kampala Metropolitan, where we do sit, and we are having today in studio Senior Superintendent of Police, Musisi Richard, to take us through our discussion. He is from the Department of Community Policing. I think the right person to talk about such issues. Also, we are going to be talking about the ongoing summits like the Non-Aligned Movement Summit, but also G77 and China, together with the Jihad meeting. All those are in our topic of today, and we are going to get to take a look at them. But first, I welcome my guest to studio this morning. You're very welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Carol, and thank you, viewers. My name is Senior Superintendent of Police, Musisi Richard. I'm from the Department of Community Policing, like you rightly said, here at Nagguru Police Headquarters. Okay,
it is a great pleasure to have you. Now, I'd like to start with an easy one. We do have people out there who are called to be in the police force.
Yes.
God called them, but they are scared. They don't want to join. Why? And I would understand their plight or their issue, because I'm one of those who is very, very scared to join. I'm one of those who are very, very scared to join the police force. Why? You know what it means to be a police officer? You have to do that training, that very hard training, and then you have to be on the front line, and then you have to handle guns and shoot at people. Sometimes it's very scary. So what would you tell a person out there who is called by God to serve in the police department, but they are scared? They are back home saying, I'm not going to do this.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you so much for the question. Now, when I was young, when I just completed my university education, I also had the fear joining the institution of police and armed forces generally. But one thing I must tell people is that the institution of police is one of the best institutions to work with, you know. The reasons I will not narrate in the interest of time. But people think, especially our young ones, first of all, they get worried of what we do in training. But also, their minds are restricted to this somebody who is on the front line carrying a gun, this other person in police fatigue, like I'm dressed. They are restricted to this other person at a bank guarding. But we have several departments in the police. If you're not interested in the department of operations, where you see people in Madoa, where you see a person like me in uniform, we have several departments where you can serve. We have the Department of Operations with very many, we have the Directorate of Operations, we have the Directorate of Crime Intelligence, we have the Directorate of Crime Investigations, ICT, name it. But the training part of it, I must tell you, you must go and train because we have to remove that civilian person in you into a soldier, into a police officer who must be ready all the time to confront all the situations. If it means carrying a gun, you carry it and go and do police work. you know. So I want to call everybody. My own son doesn't want to join police, you know, because of what he sees on TV, you know. But police is one of the institutions to work with generally. And I want to implore you.
Even women?
Leave TV. Yes. Yes. Have you not seen people in uniform, women, carrying guns? I mean, you can do it. And that other person out there can do it.
Okay.
Carol, I'm seeing you much stronger than even some of my colleagues who are in police, but they did the training and finished it.
Okay.
Successfully. But of course the mind tells you, you know, me, I can't work in armed forces. I mean, you can. If you are determined, do the training, and first of all, do your education level, all levels. Because the police of today is not about people who have not gone to school. In fact, around East Africa, we have the most literate police.
Because you have engineers, you have PROs,
we have engineers, we have ICT experts, we have forensic experts,
tailors,
we have serious investigators, we have tailors, we have everybody in the institution. So your mind should not be restricted to
doctors.
We have doctors who work in the...
So he's a doctor, but he's a police officer.
Yes, in the department. You have already seen Dr. Byarhanga. Is the director, police health services, you know. So it's not about, you know, carrying a gun and the tear gas you see around town. No.
Okay.
I mean, if you qualify, you'll be placed where you fit. Okay. If you're a doctor, we shall take you. If you're an engineer, we have a directorate of engineering and logistics. Okay. So it's not about what is in your brain. Whatever you think is mere in your brain. But we have several, we have crime intelligence, we have, like I mentioned, we have my own department, the CPC department, with a line of, I mean the CPC directorate, with a line of, you know, departments. Child and family, community policing, where I come from, name it.
Okay.
So it's not about what you see on TV and have a biased mind about forces generally.
Okay.
Including the UPDF. They recruit you according to your profession. We have journalists. You have seen Mr. Nang, you know. So please, it's high time you joined.
Okay.
Yes, and I can see you are still so young. You can still come over and join.
Okay,
yes.
I'll think about it. But as well, I hope if you are seated at home and you have now got the information, you are now strong enough to go ahead and take the necessary procedures in order to join the Uganda Police Force. What has always been your dream? Because I'm sure there are such people who you have just helped enlarge and enlighten their minds. Exactly. Okay, so moving on to our topic today, we have the Non-Aligned Movement Summit going on down in Munyonyo Commonwealth Resort, and of course heads of state are sitting today for a meeting, but it started earlier on in 15th January. Now my first question would be, we saw heavy deployment all around the city, even places where you wouldn't expect there is deployment, and we have visitors of high caliber, right? We have delegates from all countries, we have heads of state, we have speakers and all that, and we also have the G77 and the Jihad meeting, very high profile people in the country. But the common Ugandan is not understanding why it is necessary for police to be deployed as if there is a problem, as if there is a terror alert, as if there is a scare. So why don't you shine a light on that?
Carol, you rightly said it. We have high-level dignitaries coming over, international visitors. It's like when you have a high-profile visitor coming to your house. I mean, must you not prepare?
You have to.
You must prepare.
Yeah.
I mean, these are high-level dignitaries. And therefore, as a country, we must seize the opportunity. We must put things in order to receive these high-profile, high-level dignitaries. You realize borders all over the place, you know, and it would appear improper if borders are over roads. That's why we have cut off, we have deployed along roads, we have deployed along checkpoints, we have deployed at designated hotels where these high-profile meetings are going to take place.
Okay.
The issue is to have order, so that the visitors get a true image, a good image of what Uganda is. I mean, we had to prepare so that we do not have to have this order when we have visitors around.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you. So you want to say that we are expecting anything to happen to these people. Of course, me, I agree with you, because if you look at some assassinations that have gone on, high-profile assassinations like John F. Kennedy, it was because of security loopholes that they managed to get to the president and shoot him in the United States of America. So are you trying to protect them from such a thing happening? Do you think there are evil-minded people who could plan anything bad?
Definitely, there are evil-minded people who would want to cause mayhem during this high-profile meeting. Therefore, we cannot, as security officers, we cannot take anything for granted.
Yeah.
Be it assassins, be it orderliness in terms of traffic, we must be there to make sure we are not disappointed in any way. The meeting, like I said, is a high-profile meeting. Therefore, we should not be seen to be disorganized, because these people come with a lot of opportunities. You realize this meeting comes with a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, very true.
You know, economically and all spheres of life. So we must be orderly, we must protect them, so that at the end of the day, they go back with a picture, so that they come back perhaps and consider coming to invest within Uganda.
Okay. This means that your refusal, or when I say you, I mean the Uganda Police Force, because right now if I go to Munyonyo, trust me, they won't allow me. They won't allow a layman to access Munyonyo services. Munyonyo has a swimming pool. Munyonyo has a restaurant. Why is it that you've closed out lay people from accessing those services? Doesn't that stop business?
No, like I said, Ugandans and you, Carol, must know that these are high-level visitors. And the meeting that is taking place right now, right from the date started, has high-profile people, okay? We are telling Ugandans to be patient for a while, so that we are done with this summit. It is then that they resume their, their duties, their life duties, to sustain their whatever. So let's be patient, Ugandans out there. I'm very sure this meeting is ending on 23rd, not so?
Yes, please.
You resume your work, but for now, those places are restricted.
Okay.
You're not supposed to go there. And I want to ask everybody out there, once you are stopped, please be calm. Accept to be searched by, these are your sons and daughters. These are people in uniform. You are the people who gave them to us. Please accept.
If you're not hiding anything,
if you are being checked,
why don't you want to
come out of your car, be checked, then move on. Because you never know, Carol, you can never know who is carrying what.
Exactly.
Like we said, you talked of assassination. Somebody can decide to, to do us a disfavor as Ugandans and do it. So as security teams, we have deployed all over the place.
Okay.
We are doing a lot of searches. We have response teams. We have overt and covert officers all over the place. We have CCTV monitoring and communication centers monitoring. Name it.
Okay. In
the interest of securing this high-level meeting.
Of course, just like if you have a wedding at home, you want the visitors to have the best bedrooms.
A clear impression of your home, okay? Weakness is not withstanding in your home.
Yeah.
But you must have a clear impression of your home. So that the visitor at the end of the day goes yes, saying yes.
Yeah, but
this is the man
even on those weddings, they keep some food for the people in the house. So are there some police officers who are there to handle issues who have remained in office to handle other people's issues?
Exactly. Majorly, we have the operations department, the operations directorate.
Okay.
And other teams, of course, because we play different roles. But the lead team in this is the Directorate of Operations. The rest of the officers are doing their respective office work.
Okay.
In stations, in units, in police posts, at police headquarters. We are not all concentrating on the summit.
Because people are worried that they will be ignored.
No. Given the fact that the IGP knows the number, and of course other commanders they know the number that is meant to police the summit. Okay. So the rest of Ugandans are being served generally. Okay. So it doesn't mean because we have this other summit, the other works are static now. No. We are working normally and we are surely doing our return duties. Okay. Now, of course, I'm going to still relate those summits to like when you have a wedding at home. There are those things you keep in the background and you don't want your visitors to see. Why is it that some people are trying to cause kavuyo, opposition, trying to come and want to demonstrate? Is this the right time they've seen to come out and disorganize? Of course, I wouldn't say this is the right time to do it. And why would they do it now? Because it would create a wrong impression of Uganda. Yeah. I mean, if you have issues, let our visitors first go, then you raise your issues. I mean, it's like when you're in a home. I will still refer to a home. Yeah. Must you start being rough to your children in front of your visitors? No, you wouldn't. So we are saying we shall disrupt their intentions. Yeah. We shall definitely disrupt their intentions. We can't, because we cannot afford Uganda's image to be, tainted because somebody is trying to politic. No. I like that one. So we go to now the road diversions. There's been a lot of diversions when it comes to traffic as well, and this is causing a lot of traffic jam in other places, which we are going to be patient about because we have nothing to do. But do you have any encouragement words to drivers that have been maybe disorganized a bit? I don't want to really agree that there are a lot of road diversions, Carol. People are moving. There are particular roads that have restrictions. For instance, Entebbe Highway, the Northern Bypass, Entebbe Express, Gaba Road, Yusuf Rule, and other roads. So Ugandans are driving really, and the traffic flow is smooth. It is a few places that I have mentioned that are really diverted, but people have even options. Drivers have options, So I wouldn't say there is a lot of heavy jam because of the summit. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. So from the non-aligned movement summit and the G77 and the Jihad meeting, what is your take on security as a whole? What would be your assessment? Are we doing well? Has the police force done their work very well? Are we going on smoothly? So far, Carol, we haven't registered. I want to assure Ugandans, we haven't registered any serious incidents from the day the summit began. No serious incident. Everything is moving on smoothly. And I want to implore everybody to keep the discipline, both on road, borders, and everyone. Keep the discipline. Let our people plan for us as a country. We are left with a few days up to around 23rd, and everybody will wear. But generally, the situation is okay in the city and the surrounding and the central business district of Wakiso and everywhere. So we don't have issues so far at hand, Carol. Okay. Of course, we also know that this is a very big tourism opportunity. The people who are here can easily change Uganda's economy if they see fit. So is Uganda Police Force committed to making sure that the image that they go away with is the right one, that will secure us even economically, that will help us boost even our tourism sector? Basically, is Uganda Police Force making sure that these people are going away with the right picture? Definitely. Uganda's visibility is going to be seen internationally. Yeah. And I'm sure this will come with benefits, Carol. A lot of benefits. Infrastructure development. You've seen roads improved because of this summit. Of course, Uganda will showcase the cultural richness, the natural beauty, and the economic potential, such that our visitors at the end of the day come back and invest. And in a way, I mean, it is to our advantage as a country.
All right, let's move on to one of the most effective transport options in Uganda, the border borders. Some of these stages were removed and stopped to work for these days up to the 23rd. And of course, it was a little bit uncomfortable for those particular border borders who kept saying, they will not make their money like they used to, or something is going to change in their pockets. And I don't think it's true, because they've been allowed to operate normally. Just the problem is parking. What do you have to say about the border borders?
Well, we had to deal with these stages, border stages, especially on these roads that I've mentioned.
Okay.
It wouldn't appear proper for these high-level dignitaries coming. And I'm sorry to say this, but you know how border behave.
Yeah.
Somebody seeing a car coming and is crossing. And those other chapat stalls and the rest. We are saying let Ugandans be comfortable. I mean, let them be disorganized for these few days. They resume their with their work. But for now, like we rightly said, we wouldn't allow stages all over the place, especially in these major roads that I've mentioned, that our high-level visitors are using. It wouldn't be proper, really. If somebody is fabricating something on the road, border stages are over the place where our visitors are passing, it wouldn't make really sense.
Okay.
So we are like, let them be patient for these few days. They resume their work.
Okay, take us through the repercussions in case somebody comes to disrupt the peace of others, but also the peace of the summits. What would they have to go through if they did that?
I don't think they would even manage. I don't think they would manage. Because, like I said, we have teams all over the place. I said we have strategically deployed at all levels. So for you may think we are not seeing you.
Yeah.
You may think we are not seeing you. But there is that team that is monitoring, critically monitoring, from somewhere, critically monitoring movements, critically monitoring what you're doing, Carol. And we are high-level police now. We wouldn't, God forbid, we wouldn't allow it to happen. So I want to ask you, a Ugandan who is playing games, to interfere with this high-profile summit that is going to come with a lot of advantages to our country. We are monitoring. Don't dare do it. Definitely, we'll have to get you.
Okay, as we wrap up about the NAM summits and ongoing meetings, high-level meetings, just wrap it up for the viewers before we cross to crime in the community.
Well, like I said, we are going to interfere with your routine chores and be patient with us. Up to around 23rd, everything will be okay. You Ugandan who is there, you should know that these summits are coming with a lot of advantages. Like I mentioned, we shall have increased foreign investment because I don't think these high-level visitors, when they go back, they will not come back at least. Some will come back and invest in our country. That is to our own advantage. Uganda will be visible, I mean, in the face of the international community. So, let us be inconvenienced for these few days. So that at the end of the day, we benefit directly or indirectly. Okay? Now, to families, you had Carol, some doctor was killed in Masindi.
Yeah, that's
in
where
cold
we're
blood.
going.
In cold blood. A Dr. Biriga. It's very, very unfortunate. And this arises out of issues of domestic violence in homes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have issues with your family, with your wife, because you can't imagine my wife killing me, planning to kill me because of family-related issue. I mean, if you are so annoyed, come to us. Call any other police officer. Call a family member so that you share your challenges in the family than resorting to violence to the extent of killing the father of your children. You know, a father of your children, and the only thing you can do is to plan murder. It doesn't really come. Ugandans, please, if you have issues, we have police, we have these other child-related organizations. Please, 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 please consult, seek for counseling services. But you hire somebody from, I heard this lady hired people from her home area in Sebei.
And they came all the way
from
Sebei
to Masindi to kill her own husband.
Because apparently he was having an affair.
Even then, those are things that are solvable, Carol. Even if I had another affair, I mean an affair somewhere, must you kill me?
No, not really.
Me, the father of children, doesn't add up. So I want to urge Ugandans, once you have a problem, they say a problem shared is
half solved.
Half solved. Come over so that we help you solve the problem. But I want to thank you for the airtime.
No, we're not done yet. we're not done. I was just closing the NAM part, and then we move on to crime in the community.
Fine.
Now, on that issue of Mr. Abiriga, who lost his life, or even other murders that have happened, because we had a wife kill the husband, even somewhere in Mukono, and then we had in Buya very many cases. Maybe the way the police handles these things is not giving the public the sense that if they did that thing, it will bring bad consequences to them. For example, this Betty, the wife to Abiriga, if, for example, she was punished in public, maybe given a life sentence or something, another family would be scared to do the same. Do you think that police is handling the punishment area as it should?
Carol, are you sure this lady had reported to the police?
Has reported?
Had she reported to the police?
No.
Very issue?
They arrested her.
So you are talking about
punishment after arrest.
The public taking the law in their hands?
No, I'm talking about the public seeing the police punishing someone so that they learn and say, I won't do it.
Punishing in terms of corporal punishment?
Penalties. Because if somebody killed, there is a penalty. They must face some kind of charges. So are those charges strong enough? That's the question.
The charges are quite strong.
Yeah. Quite strong.
Once somebody commits an offense, this offense is reported to the police.
Yeah.
It is investigated. And I mean, the laws are very clear. If you murdered, the punishment is very clear. If you stole, the punishment is clear, well stipulated in the laws of Uganda. So, the challenge is these cases, for instance, the issue of the wife to Abiriga. I think they had their own family problem, which family problem was within themselves. They didn't report anywhere. So the anger within her triggered the heinous act of murdering the husband. And where is she now? Where are the children? So that's why we want to empower Ugandans. Like I said, if you have a problem, please share it. share it with a friend. You never know, this friend can advise you positively.
Yeah.
Before you kill your own relative, before you kill your own husband. But like you asked, the charges are clear. And now, where is she? She's already in prison.
Behind bars, yeah.
She's already in prison with our accomplices. You know? So we are saying, report cases to the police. Report issues of violence to the police. Report to a friend. Go to Carol and ask her, I have this problem. You lady who was out there, who has a family problem. Report to a friend. This friend will advise you accordingly. And a solution will be found so that perhaps you don't commit some of these heinous acts like she did in Masenge.
Okay. Now, this, of course, this all comes back to anger management. And I would like to ask, as the police force, is there some department that handles people with a lot of anger? Maybe if they knew and reported, they could get help instead of resorting to some extreme measures like killing.
The person you are talking to comes from the directorate of CPC. For us, we are preachers of professionalism, we are preachers of family-related issues. But we also have a child and family department under the directorate of CPC. You know, that is the work we do. At each and every police post, at each and every division, at each and every station in Uganda, we have a child and family department that handles these issues of family-related what? Affairs. So, my sister, my brother, my grandfather, and everyone who is out there, don't die alone in the show. Come over to the police. Go to your nearest police post. Go to nearest police station. Those people are professionals out there. In fact, you will go with a lot of annoyance, but at the end of the day, you will come when you are satisfied at heart. Because these are very, very professional people, very, very professional counselors that will really give you what you want so that at the end of the day, you are at peace. So
you're saying there's something you mentioned and I got a thought. Are you trying to mean no one is above the law? If you committed a crime, even if you paid a bribe?
Nobody is above the law. Ugandans, nobody is above the law. This is one thing you should know. You, the person, you talked of a bribe. You, the person receiving a bribe, and you giving it to me, you're all committing an offense. And actually, if you gave me a bribe, I'm supposed to arrest you there and then and charge you. Because the services that I offer as a police officer at that police post, at that police division, at that police station are free of charge. And nobody should pay for police service at any of the police units in Uganda.
So if I went to a police post to get a document, maybe I've lost my ID, maybe I've lost my SIM card, the document is free?
Very free. All police services are free. Get it from me, Carol, and all of you Ugandans out there. Nobody should ask you for a penny for any police service at a police post, at a police booth, at a police station. Nobody, not even at police headquarters. Nobody should ever ask you for a bribe. But Ugandans think, and in fact it's you who lure us into, you know,
taking the bribe.
You lost your national ID, you want a letter called whom it may concern at police. After Musisi writing it for you, processing it for you, you are giving him money.
Oh, you thank him.
You think it is for sale? No. Like I said, any police
it's
service.
A thank you. I'm appreciating the services.
No. It's a free service. All the police officers are paid every month.
Okay.
So why must you give it? Why must you give it? So if somebody asks it from you, it is your right to ask that police officer that what is this money for? I mean, you are paid every month. This document, you say, I was told, I saw Musisi on TV telling us that all police services are free.
Okay.
Because you are paid for that.
Wow, very beautiful discussion. We are going to take a very short break, but we are returning with more. I'd like to know the people who fear police, how should they handle it? What should they do in case they are scared of accessing police? Yet they have very many issues. We have child abuse going on, sexual abuse and defilement, and teenage pregnancies, and all these other things in the community. But how do you access a police officer or police to get to help you? We're powered by Protea Hotel, by Marriott Entebbe. My name is Carol Tumwine, and I'm here with SSP Musisi Richard. We'll be back. Don't go away.
Issues at hand, powered by
Protea Hotel by Marriott Entebbe. Comfort and luxury at its best.
This is Church of Uganda Family TV, enriching lives. This is Church of Uganda Family TV, enriching lives.
Empaji tutunulira emirimu egy'enjawulo egikoleddwa abaweza ba Mukama abatali bamu.
Nensoma senior 5 naye saagimalaako.
Senior 5
ye olutalo ne lujja
olwani
olwa president waffe
ono mukulu aliko
president Museveni terwatulinda kumaliriza misomo
sebo ukakana
n'atwala obuyinza mu 86 era wakati kati awo ate nenyingira obuweereza
nasooka okulaba nti church level ne parish level abantu balina projects nze teri kinsabizanga kumpakanya oba oyagala nkole ekintu nze ansanyusa empaji yange mu kuwakanya ye Yesu kubanga Yesu gye baakoma omuwakanya yakoma okutuukiriza mission era singa yali abendinga tubawakanya singa tuli mu kibifuula bisata yandigenze Gologoosa
This is Church of Uganda Family TV, enriching lives. Issues at hand, powered by
Protea Hotel by Marriott Entebbe. Comfort and luxury at its best.
You're most welcome back to Issues at Hand. Thank you so much for sticking it out with Church of Uganda Family TV. Please do follow the conversation that we are having on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, where we will post these subsequent videos and you will go and interact with us. We'll be right there to answer any of your questions. And you remember, we are located at Church House in the middle of Kampala, in the city center, central business district. My name is Karen and I'm here with my guest. His name is Senior Superintendent of Police, Musisi, and he is from the Department of Community Policing. We are chit-chatting, discussing about some of these issues, the NAM summits, G77 and Jihad meeting that are going on in Munyonyo, but also Neighbourhood Watch, what is going on in your community and around the world in terms of security. Now, we ended our discussion somewhere that I would like to pick from people who fear the police, people who think that if they came and reported an issue, first of all, not even coming, if they came close to a police station, they'll be arrested. People are just so scared. I don't know why they feel scared, and this is building up the issues we have. For fear of going to the police, people end up committing crime on this other side. So what would you tell such people?
First of all, Carol, any Ugandan has no reason to fear the police. When you are recruiting, it is you Ugandans who give us these people. These are not foreigners. They are your own sons and daughters. The difference is for them they put on uniform and for you put on civilian attire. But when you are recruiting, we go to the villages. First of all, we advertise. And the people who are involved mostly are people at the grassroots, the LOCs. Our own people, the LOCs, the people within the village. You say, Musisi's child, how is he? So, I don't know why people would fear their own children. The difference, like I said, we put on the several uniforms you see around the country. Black, this khaki, and the rest.
Yeah.
But I don't think the police of today really is like the police of those days. We are so much interactive. We have always gone for community policing in the field, and to a high level. I don't think people are worried of us of late in this police of today. I don't think so.
Okay.
I've been a DPC in several places, but people would come to us. But I also want to ask Ugandans, they have no reason whatsoever to fear going to the police. Like I said, these are our young children. These are people you know. These are Ugandans. This is not a force of foreigners. The force is constituted by Ugandans, your own children. So you have no reason whatsoever. But I also want to ask Ugandans out there to always, we always go out to the field to do community policing. But a problem is the people who come for these community policing sessions are the old, above 40. The youths see the sessions as though we are wasting their time. Now, how are you going to get used? How are you going to learn what happens in the police if you are ignoring our community policing sessions? Please always be vigilant. Come over. There are many things you don't know about police. You only have the bias. But please come and pick the opportunities, come and learn. Because you are the people who are to constitute the police of tomorrow. So come over. You have no reason whatsoever to fear the police.
So police...
And fearing used to be those days when, during those regimes, when the police was brutal. But nowadays you find the interaction, the image of the police before members of the public is very, very clear. I don't think we can compare to what used to happen. Those days, a Land Rover would go to the village and all people would scamper. You understand? But see now, people even have the audacity to confront somebody in uniform, armed. Nkuba, you hit me. Somebody is there confronting somebody armed. So I don't want to agree that the police of today is really feared. No. But if you really fear the police, you Ugandan out there, please, I want to advise you to be vigilant as far as these community policing sessions are concerned. Always be there. Go to the police, ask anything. By the way, at Police Carol, we do not chase anyone. Come to the police and say, I want to know how the police operates. I want to know how cases are investigated. Your relative is detained at police, but you don't even know who to approach. It is your right, you Ugandan, to come and see your relative or any other person, your friend, at the police station. So we have no reason whatsoever, Ugandans, to really fear the police. No reason whatsoever. And I don't want to believe Ugandans fear the police.
Okay. Because
we are very, very interactive and we are everywhere, in every corner of this country.
Are you saying police carries out sensitization on community level?
At all levels, in every corner. I told you I'm from the director of CPC. And our topmost person is the director, Senior Commissioner of Police, Namtebi Hadija. And down you have departments. And the department I talk for is the department that is directly concerned with community policing. Now, at regions, we have a regional CRO.
Okay.
A community liaison officer at the region in every corner of this country.
Okay.
Now, at the district, they call it a division. We have somebody called a divisional CRO.
Oh, okay.
In Kampala here, KMP particularly, we have somebody who is the head of community policing in the Kampala business district. At the police post down there, we have somebody concerned with community policing.
Okay.
Meaning, we are so mindful of our interaction with members of the public, so that we bridge that fear, we bridge the gap that has always existed between people in uniform, especially the police, and the citizens. Because you are our bosses. I mean, you have no reason to, you are the people who pay us. This uniform is because of your tax that you pay. It is you who bought it for me. Therefore, you have no reason to fear me.
Okay.
Okay? Come over to the police, go to the police post, know how police operates. I'm sure the CRO there, the DPC there, the RPC will entertain you and give you what you want, so that we bridge that gap that has always existed, that fear that has always existed. We want to really close it, to narrow it as much as possible, so that a Ugandan can that way, of course, we mitigate crime. Because if Carol, you don't fear me, you come and tell me, oh, so and so is in the other house defiling a kid. But if you fear, you say, for me it is none of my business. They will find out themselves. But once there is that interaction between a DPC, between any other police officer, in a way we mitigate crime levels.
Okay. SSP Musisi, does police torture people who it has arrested? Is police in the business of torturing people who have been sent behind bars?
Nobody under the laws of Uganda. Nobody. Nobody should torture you in any way. In fact, it's a human right abuse. Nobody should torture any Ugandan at whatever cost. If, Carol, you committed an offense, I'm only supposed to arrest you, explain to you the reason for your arrest, take you to the police station, keep you in detention, investigate you, produce you to court, and that's my business. I'm not supposed to beat you, I'm not supposed to hit you.
Okay.
And this other person who hits you in uniform will be personally be held liable. And you have a right to complain anywhere. You have a right to go to all these human rights watchdogs. The police, IGG, and any other institution in that line to complain. And if I tortured you, I'll be personally held responsible and I'll have to answer.
So these opposition people are forging their own things sometimes. People who say they were taken behind bars, beaten.
No, if you were beaten, opposition or not, I'm saying, if you believe you are beaten, go to the police. Go to these other human rights watchdogs and complain. They'll investigate definitely.
Okay.
And the truth will be put to light. Amen.
Okay.
It's not a question of forging or what. If you're beaten, you're beaten. We have medics who will check you if the torture acts are not visible on your body and they are internal. We have medics.
Okay.
You will be examined, and then if I tortured you, I'll be directly liable for the act.
Okay.
But nobody, Ugandans, nobody is supposed to torture you in the name of having authority because I'm in uniform. I torture somebody because I have the authority, I have the power. Nobody has powers over somebody, especially to torture anyone.
Okay.
That should never happen. And if you are tortured, you Ugandan who is out there, please go to the police, go to all these other watchdogs and complain. Okay?
Okay.
You'll be handled. And this person who tortured you will definitely be handled.
Thank you very much for your time. Maybe let me end with an easy one. If somebody committed a crime and they reported themselves and handed themselves over to police, would police be more lenient on them than when they have to chase after you and hunt you down?
If you committed a crime, you committed it. Whether you hand in yourself or not, we shall charge you. In fact, we shall enter the case. If we found out that you committed an offense, we shall charge you. So you bringing yourself to the police is no excuse whatsoever. There's no excuse whatsoever, Carol. If you murdered, you murdered. So if you say, oh, I murdered, let me go to the police and report myself, thinking that you
have changed. I'm here to, apologize.
An offense is an offense committed. Period. You'll be charged to court, definitely.
Okay.
So don't go and commit offenses and think, oh, I'll run to the police, therefore I'll get excuses. That one is not there. That one is not there.
My greetings go out to the entire police force. We love you so much. Your last words to the viewers as we wrap up.
I want, first of all, thank you for the airtime. We don't take it for granted.
Thank you.
I want to thank everybody, every other Ugandan who had the time to listen to us. Thank you so much. I want to greet my bosses at the police headquarters. Finally, Ugandans, let's behave. We have a high level meeting, a summit. NAM.
Yep.
Then the G77 plus China.
Yep.
And the rest. Like we have always behaved. Please, this is our house. Let us first keep our dirty linen somewhere. Let the visitors go, because like we narrated, these meetings are high profile and they come with a lot of benefits to us.
Okay.
So don't dare disorganize us, for we know what we are doing, and the benefits are really enormous. So let's behave so that we build our country. For you officers who are there serving, please, we want to thank you. The commanders on ground, supervising, ensuring order in the city. Please, we don't take you for granted. Thank you so much. And to my bosses at police headquarters, ongera sana. Let's continue serving and protecting Ugandans, because it's our core mandate.
Yep.
To protect Ugandans and their properties, period. And
okay.
Thank you so much.
Senior Superintendent of Police Musisi Richard from the Department of Community Policing. Thank you so much for your time, and we hope we will have you again. Please convey our greetings and best regards to the police force at large. We really appreciate. Thank you so much, viewer, for being a part of Issues at Hand this morning. It is a Friday, so we'll see you on Monday. We were powered by Protea Hotel by Marriott Entebbe. Just special thanks go out to the production crew, producers Muhumza and Edrin, together with Shama David. Thank you so much for a job well done. See you. May God protect you till we meet again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Issues at Hand, powered by
Protea Hotel by Marriott Entebbe. Comfort and luxury at its best.